Who was Jared? We'll answer this question with the periodic table of history in pure back in time. And with a little bit of info, here's our 6,000 years of history. And then over here, this is where Israel is. So Israel goes back in time here, and we get into Bible history and back into before the flood. So we're going to answer the question, who was Jared? We'll zoom into where Jared is. And just to make everything nicer for us to be able to see, oh, that's not going to work. We're going to fill it with yellow. We're at the 6th generation. 962-year lifespan. That's not bad. So the genealogy of Jared, it's in Genesis chapter 5. And Mahalaleel lived 60 and 5 years and begat Jared. So we'll see him right above Mahalaleel. And then here's Jared once again. He appears in Josephus and in First Chronicles. In First Chronicles, he's spelled J-E-R-E-D. Everywhere else, it's J-A-R-E-D. So Jared appears in Josephus and Luke chapter 3, and then in First Chronicles. In the book of Jubilees, Jared marries his sister. His sister's name is Baraka. So Enoch is a little bit interesting because of his book of Enoch, and he also talked with God and was taken, is what the scripture says. So here we can analyze this lifespan. Here we'll put a arrow up here where the start of Jared's life is, and then the end of Jared's life is here. And then what's amazing is he would have seen disappearance of his son. He would have noticed he's no longer around right there in the middle of the lifespan of Jared. Down here, Jared almost gets down to the flood. Enoch's normal lifespan would have been here. Might have lasted until here, and then the flood is down here. Quite a scope of history to understand. We can see some of these pre-flood cities start popping up. Josephus talks about Cain making forts, and then we start seeing some pre-flood cities down here that archaeologists talk about. They're on the Sumerian kings list. Lerag, Zimbir, Shurupag. So those are pre-flood cities that the archaeologists talk about that are on the Sumerian kings list. It's interesting to put the idea of that together with the descendants of Cain here in red, and then we see Jared right here alongside all of that mess, and not quite getting up here to when the flood was. So he would have had a very interesting life. We'll zoom out just so we can see the scope of history. Here we have Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Goes down into the time of David, goes on to the time of Jesus, and then Israel was ruled by foreign powers up into where it is, where Israel becomes a nation down here in 1948. So that should give us enough to look at, and if you're curious about history, that gives you a starting point to explore those topics. Thanks for watching. It's always free to share, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. So have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.